All right, so this is probably going to be the last video, at least for a while, on discs that have video on them in my channel. I've done a couple on Laserdisc. I did a CED one a while back when I had found the CED player at an estate sale. And this lot came from the guy. If you watched the first Laserdisc pickup video, I talk about a guy who sold me a lot of Laserdiscs from Classic Game Fest this year in Austin. So the guy, when I picked up the Laserdiscs, asked me if I was interested in CDs at all. And I said, sure, if you have some. And he's like, yeah, I have some, but they're back in my truck. This was Saturday, the first day of the show, or of the convention. And he said, you know what, I can't get out there right now, but if you come back tomorrow, I'll have those for you. So I said, okay. And I came back on Sunday, and sure enough, he had tucked away under the table a little box full of CEDs. And he's like, okay, there they are. And I guess he thought I super wanted them because he wanted more money than I was willing to pay for them. And I actually ended up paying more than I wanted to in the first one. I was going to pay like $20 for 20, was it 30 or maybe 30 or 40 discs? Because I super didn't want them, but if he's just going to have them there, I think he said he might even throw them away. But I think we settled on $40. I'm pretty sure that's what we settled on. And there's like, I don't know, 30 or so, but I don't know if that was a good deal because one, these things have a high failure rate for one, much higher than Laserdisc, even though there's laser rot on Laserdiscs. CEDs, I've been playing some on my very old, like 1981 CED player, and they're kind of when they work really well as far as quality and everything. I mean, even though it's on RF, because my player only does RF. You'd have to go back in my channel if you want to see my player to look for the estate sale one where it mentions CEDs. Picked it up for $17.50, can't beat that. And I was super shocked that it worked. But anyway, I got this lot, and this is my first, I think this is my first few that are stereo, which it won't matter for me because my CED player is mono because it's RF only, and it doesn't do stereo. It's, again, one of the very earliest ones. It's a Zenith VP1000 or something like that. It's a clone of an RCA, of course, because RCA was really the real pusher for CED since they invented the format. But anyway, what you're looking at here, what you've probably been looking at for a while now, is For Your Eyes Only. Another bad thing about this lot is I think I'm probably missing discs from multi-disc set because, as you can see here, or maybe you can't, let me bring it up a little closer if I can get rid of the glare. It says Part 2. So this is a dual disc set, and I took a quick look through them, and I'm pretty sure that this is there's not that many blue ones. Blue ones mean stereo, white ones are mono, but I didn't see another For Your Eyes Only, so I think I'm stuck with just Part 2. So anyway, we'll go ahead and let me see if I can get some of these stereo ones out of the way first. A lot of these are going to be Bond movies, it looks like. Uh-oh, that's all right. That wasn't going to work anyway, I'm sure. Here is another Bond movie, Octopussy. And again, this one's Part 1. I don't know if I'm going to go through all the blue ones. Let's see if we have a Part 2 of any of these. So, yeah, I mean, it looks, on the surface, it looks kind of like a Laserdisc. Again, it's a 12-inch vinyl size. And in fact, it is vinyl. But it's if you see here, it's a capacitance electronic disc system. So it's vinyl, but it's not playing like vinyl does. It plays in a totally different way, and they worked on this technology for a very long time. And when it finally came out, it was a little too late. But anyway, I don't want to get too much on the history. Let's just go over these discs. Another James Bond, Never Say Never Again. Is this insert? Okay. It looks like adult action. Interesting. Looks like this is just a one of one. Oh, it's 134 minutes. So, okay, it is Part 2 of 2 discs. Wait a minute. Oh, here's Part 1. Or wait. Yeah, Part 1. Okay, so I do have the set of Never Say Never Again, which is cool. I'm not a huge Bond fan. I do like them, but you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to see Bond films. So I do have both parts of Never Say Never Again, and I think I only have one part of Octopussy and one part of For Your Eyes Only. Unless it shows up in one of these other blue ones that I'm looking at here. Let's see, what's this one? Wild in the Country. That is not Bond. That is Elvis Presley. I just saw the movie Elvis, the Baz Luhrmann one. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of on an Elvis kick right now. I was watching Viva Las Vegas. I need to finish watching that. But that was just on HBO Max. Wow, 114 minutes. That's pretty long. I would think Elvis movies would be like 80, 90 minutes tops. But man, 114 minutes is pretty long. But anyway, there's an Elvis one, and this one's in stereo, though, I don't have a stereo player. I think there's one more blue one that I have, so I can pick it up without dropping anything. Blues Alive. I don't even know what this is. It was recorded live at the Capitol Theater, starring John Mayall's original Blues Breakers, Colin Allen, John McVie, and Mick Taylor. Okay, performance video. It looks like it's just a concert. Yeah, I guess if you're into Blues Alive or blues, that may be of interest to you. But I'm not really a blues guy, so and I don't know who any of those people are. So all right, so that was it for stereo. We're gonna get the rest of these are all mono. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Heaven Can Wait. I don't think I have this one on Laserdisc. I think I was looking at one online on a list of Laserdiscs that I was going to buy, and I didn't buy it. But anyway, Heaven Can Wait. This is a movie. I think it's from the 70s or early 80s. I can't remember. 78. Okay, so I think. Oh wow, he plays for the Rams. What's his name? Oh gosh, it's got to see on here. Charles Grodin. Who is this guy? Oh my God, Warren Beatty. Duh, I knew him. He was Dick Tracy. I think he dies and then like comes back to life because he's unfinished business or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, wonderful! I have duplicates of Fist. Sylvester Stallone made this movie. There's part 2. Okay, thank God it was part 1 and I didn't have 2 part 2s. This is like a pretty kind of, I was gonna say boring, but it's a drama that has very little action. It's basically about forming a union or something. I don't know. It was kind of boring. I started playing it before. Again, this came with the original estate sale lot. And they were one of the ones that worked, so I wish I would have gotten one that didn't work, like a replacement for that. Oh look, here's another James Bond, From Russia with Love, Sean Connery. Is this one a multi-disc set? 1 hour and 55 minutes. I guess I could do an hour per side. I'm a little less, I'm not very well versed in the technology for CED, I guess. I guess it's just all fits. I guess maybe it's an hour per side. What else we got here? Rapunzel. Fairy Tale. Was it Fairy Tale Theater? Jeff Bridges. Shelley Duvall. Tim Rollins. Not familiar with that. But, whatever. Is this... Yeah, I can't... This is very... The font is horrible on this. I can barely read it, but... Whatever. Is this another fairy tale classic? Yep. The Princess. What does that say? The Princess and the Pea. That is hard to read. Liza Minnelli, Tom Conti, and Beatrice Straight. But is this like a television series? I'm gonna have to hold this. I know you guys can't read this very well, but let's see if I can read this. How delicate should a princess be, according to this? I don't want to hear about that. 1983. Platypus Productions, Beauty and the Beast. Oh, they have other ones. Beauty and the Beast. Home to find out about the boy who left home to find out about the shivers. I don't even know what the hell that is. Goldilocks and Three Bears. Looks like Hansel and Gretel. Jack and the Beanstalk and various other ones. But the magical world of fairy tales can be captivating. Okay, so this probably tells me what's going on with this series. But talented actors of fairy tale theater, translating some of the world's best love stories into video would seem challenging enough in producing fairy tale theater. Ms. Duvall set herself a traditional goals, blah, 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 blah. Specifically produced with closed captioning. Oh, it's got closed captioning in it. Fairy tale theater promises, I don't know. I don't know if this was like a PBS thing or a network Sunday night thing or just a direct to video thing. I have no idea, but anyway, I've got 2 of those. The French Connection. I saw this not too long ago. It was on my movies I needed to see list. It was pretty good. And for those that don't know, a little bit of trivia on this. This character that Gene Hackman plays is Popeye Doyle. And apparently the chicken place, Popeye's, was named after this guy, not after the cartoon character Popeye. Even though they used the cartoon character, they licensed it for some promotional material and stuff for a few years or for some time. But I think, I was reading that Popeye's got it, whoever named it, named after Popeye here. I think it's Popeye Doyle, Popeye O'Doyle or Popeye, I can't remember. Yeah, Doyle. As not as others are okay. Jimmy Doyle, Hackman, yeah, I think he just goes by Popeye. At least I hope so. Hope I'm not making that shit up. And if I am, that's cool. Just tell me I'm an idiot in the comments. Humphrey Bogart, Katharine Hepburn, The African Queen. This is a classic and one I have not seen. So classics like this that I haven't seen, if this works, I might actually watch it. That's not that many more to go. Well, I say that, but maybe that. John Wayne Stagecoach. This is a classic. I have seen this one. I think it's from like the late 30s. 39 or something? Yep, 1939. And it's one of directed by John Ford. One of those cool John Wayne classics, very early on in the 30s. What do we got here? Benji. Oh man, this is I was born in 73. I'm almost 50 years old. I'll be 50 next year. And Benji was like a thing in the 70s and 80s, late 70s, early 80s. So I remember they made a whole bunch of Benji movies. I guess this is the original. What year was this? 74. Okay. It was like plays like Benji is like some kind of mutt. He's always, like some children find him and then, he saves the day. That's generally what Benji movies are. All right, what is this one here? The Apple Dumpling Gang. All right, another one from my youth. This is Don Knotts. Some may know him as Mr. Furley from Three's Company. Some may know him as the deputy. What's his name? Deputy Five, Barney Fife, in the Andy Griffith Show. He also made quite a few movies in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And that is Tim. Not Timothy Dalton. Tim Conway? Yeah, Tim Conway, I think. Don Knotts and Tim Conway, yep. So this one, I think it's a Walt Disney film. It's just a good old family film. A couple of, goofy cowboys team up with some kids because they always, it's a Disney film. There's always some kids involved in it. They're like going for like a treasure or something. Oh, here comes that good old AC. Just in time. Another fairy tale. Man, whoever owned these CDs loved fairy. Is that Robin Williams? It totally is. And Terry Garr. Wow, maybe I'll check this one out. The Frog Prince. That was a fairy tale production. Wow, look at that. Anyway, that's cool. See if we run into any more of those. Oh, I think I see one already. Not this one though. Meet Me in St. Louis. Sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen this. Judy Garland. Okay. It seems like the CEDs that were black and white, at least on the original lot that I got from the estate sale, they seem to work more reliably. I don't know if that was a coincidence or, I don't know, maybe it's the way the data's stored. Who knows? There's the other fairy tale one. Oh wait, this isn't a fairy tale. I was brown, so I got thrown off. Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 1. So I like Mel Brooks, but I was never like a huge Mel Brooks fan. But, Mel Brooks movies are on. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch Spaceball or Spaceballs or Blazing Saddle, or whatever. The first producers. This one, I believe it's called History of the World Part 1, but that's just the name of the movie. There is no Part 2, and it's an hour and 32 minutes, so that's good. 1981. Yeah, that's kind of confusing though. If you go see a movie called History of the World Part 1, you're like, well, when is Part 2 coming out? Yeah, it's not. That's just the title. At least I think so. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know. Wow, Robert De Niro, Raging Bull. This is a great movie. Yeah, he won Best Actor. That doesn't even look like Robert De Niro. Yeah, it's really good. I think he plays. I can't remember if he plays Rocky Marciano or a character based on Rocky Marciano, but that's basically what it is. It goes through his life as a boxer. It's filmed in black and white, although I'm pretty sure it was like 1980 or 81, but it was filmed in black and white. It was pretty cool. Maybe that one will play better because it's black and white. Oh, what? Oh, okay. So part 2. How long is this movie? Though this one's only 37 minutes, so it just says how long. Or maybe it's Jake LaMotta. I don't remember. Anyway, plays a boxer. What is this? Easter Parade. Is that Fred Astaire? I think. Yeah, it is Fred Astaire, but without Ginger Rogers. Judy Garland and Fred Astaire, Peter Lawford, and Ann Miller, Irving Berlin's Easter Parade. Don't know too much about this one. I kind of, I know a little bit about the older movies, 30s, 40s, 50s, somewhat, some 20s even, but not as well as I know 70s and forward because that's when I grew up. But I still like them. I pretty much can watch anything, foreign, old, new, Hollywood blockbusters, independent films, student films. I'll watch anything. Singing in the Rain, another classic one that I've never seen, so I might pop this one in there as well. Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds is the mother of Carrie Fisher, who plays, of course, Princess Leia. So it's Princess Leia's mom. Singing in the Rain. Okay, so I have like 7 left, it looks like, maybe 8, something like that. New York, New York, Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro. We've seen Liza, they showed up in 2 other CEDs. She showed up in that one of those fairy tale ones. I can't remember which one already. Forgot. And Robert De Niro, of course, in Raging Bull. So, yeah. Robert De Niro is a pretty good actor, although I don't know. He tends to play Robert De Niro a lot. He suffers a little. Oh, part 2. Okay. He suffers a little bit, or maybe Jack Nicholson suffers from it. Robert De Niro, but as much as I like Robert De Niro, I don't like Jack Nicholson because I feel like he always just plays Jack Nicholson in every single goddamn movie he plays, and then people just throw awards at him. Like, hey, good job playing Jack Nicholson in that movie, Jack Nicholson. Here's an Academy Award. Okay. The best actor, I'm going to say it right now, the best actor that has ever lived, Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman can play anybody. He could play anybody, and he'll play it so well you won't even know it's Gary Oldman. It doesn't matter if he has makeup or not. Gary Oldman is the best, and I'm glad he finally got recognized and got Best Actor Award for The Darkest Hour because, I mean, he has played Sid Vicious and Winston Churchill and everything in between. Sirius Black and, oh my God, he was everything. Fifth Element, everything. Anyway, the stuntman, this is not Gary Oldman. Peter O'Toole. Okay. I don't know anything about this one. What year is this? 1982. It's right there. Peter O'Toole. Okay. Maybe this is part 2. So a lot of these are just, they're not even separate movies, it's part 1. So then what we're looking at is part 2. Okay, just a few more left. The China Syndrome. I remember this. I remember this existing. I also remember thinking, I never want to watch that movie because it looks so boring. Jack Lemmon, Jane Fonda, Michael Douglas. Jane Fonda's been showing up in these videos quite a bit. Yeah, what is this? Chilling example of life. The China Syndrome, the film was opened 12 days prior to the 3 Mile Island incident. The film, which opened just 12 days... Oh, the 3 Mile Island incident. That was where... I don't remember the details, but 3 Mile Island had a nuclear power plant there, a nuclear reactor, and bad shit happened. It was like kind of like Chernobyl, if you know what Chernobyl is in Russia, but this was in America. And it was a big deal. So is there a possible catastrophic nuclear plant meltdown? Wow. So it was kind of, it was, you know, back then nuclear power was pretty new and everybody was afraid that shit like 3 Mile Island would happen. So, and Chernobyl, but we haven't heard any of those in some time. So nuclear power, I guess, has got safer. I don't know. Anyway, Blake Edwards 10. I remember this one as well. This was all over the place. Late 70s, Bo Derek and her dreads. One of the most classic looks when she's running down the beach in this one piece. Dudley Moore. Wow, Julie Andrews is in this? Yeah, look at that. Blake Edwards is kind of one of those guys where I kind of like his movies, but sometimes it just seem a little boring. Then again, this is you know, probably because my 7 or 8 year old self is looking at these going, Blake Edwards, boring. I remember being so disappointed with the Pink Panther because it was like Blake Edwards Pink Panther, and then it was like stupid live action. It was all about Inspector Clouseau. That was not cool. I wanted a Pink Panther movie. Anyway, this is the last one, Star Trek The Motion Picture, part 1 of 2, and the last disc I have is actually part 2 of 2. So there we have it. Some good stuff, you know, probably at least half of it was stuff I recognized, at least if I haven't watched it. Comes that AC again, awesome. But yeah, not a bad collection. Again, I picked it up for $40, probably, you know, $2 a movie or whatever it is, maybe $3. A little bit more than I paid for the laser discs. But yeah, it was just sitting there. The guy needed to get rid of it. I was like, you know what? He gave me a good deal on the laser discs. I'll take these CED Select Division video discs off his hand. Anyway, guys, that's it for this. Don't expect any more video discs or any kind of media going forward. I think my next video is going to be an update to the 2007 FPB. I'm pretty sure because I ordered 2 more of those at a good deal. Anyway, I will update you on that. And until then, thanks for watching.